The shift that I wish to propose to everybody today is a way we can see our experience that helps the practice of self-inquiry, which is the discernment between self and not self, between the changeless self and the changeful phenomena. Makes that practice much simpler and easier. So the essence of self-inquiry is you are not experience. You are not anything experienceable. The experience that is this, anything that is experienced right now, is not what you are. Experience, anything experienceable, is appearing in your seeing. So once again, any experience, you are not. Experience, whatever is being experienced right now, all content of experience is appearing to you, appearing in your seeing. I apologize if you thought I was going to do something more magnificent. It may not be flashy, but let's talk about it, because in this you will find a great freedom in the way we just switch things around. You are not anything experienceable. Anything that is currently being experienced is not what you are. All experience, regardless of its nature and shape and form, is appearing in your seeing. Who you are, what you are, we don't know. And that's okay. But what we do know, what the teaching does give us, like a measuring stick, or like a tool for navigation from illusion to reality, what the teaching does give us is this little hypothesis to work out. You are not experience. All experience is appearing to you. This we have at our disposal. And through this, we discern self and not self. The reason I say this is such a powerful shift in the way you can see things and make self-inquiry practice easier is because we are used to practicing with the assumption that I am experience, that I am inside experience, that I am a thing inside experience, and now I'm working my way out of this. Whereas if here and now, as we begin our practice, if you accept this hypothesis, you are not experience. Anything inside experience, you are not. You are not an experienceable object, which means a thought, sensation, feeling, sense perception, right? Sight, sound, taste, touch, smell. Anything that is in the confines of that, you are not. All of that is appearing in your seeing. All of that is appearing and being seen by you to change. Which also means that whatever the mind right now is arising as and thinking about, even the mind arising as the concern, maybe I don't really get this, or I like this, or I don't, whatever it can be saying is also experience. Once again, anything experienceable, you are not. Any and all experience is an appearance in your seeing. Stop giving it the sense of self. Stop believing in it to be what is, what you are. this brings into emphasis the awareness of experience. I am the self that is aware. I don't know what that is. That's just a word, right? Self that is aware. It's a fact that I am aware. But when I put a word self to it, it's just a concept. Don't create an image about that, because notice that any image you can create about the self that is aware is also an experience appearing to you that you are aware of. Therefore, it's not you. So it's very important that it's okay that we don't know what I am. For anyway, I cannot be a knowable object. Any sensation or any image I create of myself, any form that I put, any image that I put, any name that I put to myself, it cannot be me, because it is an experience appearing that I am also aware of. Therefore, I am not that. This does bring into emphasis the awareness of whatever experience is appearing. Whatever experience is appearing, it's not me. And it also just is constantly changing. It has like no reality. But the fact is that there's awareness of it. This is why awareness is so important. Many times the question arises in our practice, like, oh, what's the big deal about awareness? Who cares if I'm aware of it? I get this comment on YouTube all the time. What's the big deal, Sunny? You keep talking about awareness, but why does it matter that there's awareness of experience? This is why. Because that is the common underlying fact, despite all changeful experience. If you find yourself thinking about these things right now, instead of thinking about these things right now, try to practice what is being said. How to practice what is being said? Well, if we're not practicing what is being said right now, then we're definitely just thinking about experience, right? So notice that even those thoughts that are arising, don't take them to be self. Don't take them to be what you are. You are not the experience of thought arising. And you are certainly not what the thoughts are saying or projecting. You are aware of those. You are aware of the experience of thoughts arising. Become aware of that. Give reality to yourself. Notice your beingness, your awareness. Or in other words, just notice awareness, rather than being so preoccupied with what you know, with what you are aware of, with what is appearing. Prioritize the very seeing of it, the knowing of it. That which is worried about doing this right or wrong is also an experience appearing to you. Notice the awareness in which it appears, rather than being occupied with it. Be the self that is aware, rather than being occupied with the experience that is appearing, rather than giving reality and selfhood, the stamp of reality, to the experience that is appearing. which also means that even this experience of guided meditation or spiritual meeting is just an experience appearing to you, not to you, the body. The body being in a spiritual meeting with other bodies is an experience appearing in your seeing. Be the self that is aware. Be that which is aware. Be aware of yourself, aware of your awareness, of your beingness, instead of giving reality to the experience that is appearing. You are not the personal self from whose perspective this current experience is being seen. The personal self is an illusory subject. It is the reference point from which this experience is being perceived, but it is not the self. Even the personal self and its motives and questions and doubts and fears are also an experience appearing in your seeing. Be the self that is aware of even that experience, rather than keep taking yourself to be the doubts, the fears, the questions, and the person on behalf of whom all those things are relevant. Don't keep going with the thoughts that are appearing. Thoughts are not what you are, they are an experience in your seeing. Notice the awareness in which they appear. Rather than continuing to believe in yourself as a thinking thing, as a thinker, or as a person that is thinking. That is an illusion. That is an appearance. With this practice, you are learning to see just the one fundamental fact of all experience, the one changeless fact of all experience, which is I am aware. The self is aware. Or, in other words, there's awareness. But you see, what we keep doing is we keep going with appearance. So the actual truth of the matter is I am aware. But what is relatively true is that I appear to be the body that is doing this or that. I appear to be the person who wants this or that. I appear to be the talker. I appear to be the listener. I appear to be sitting. I appear to be going to the store. I appear to be this occupation and that occupation, this belief system and that belief system. All of these are an appearance. All of these are experiences appearing in awareness. The reality which supports all of these changeful, diverse experiences, appearances, is awareness, the self that is aware. The self that is aware is not a person. It is not an entity. It is not a shape. It is not a mystical creature. All of those are personal constructs. Also, with experiences, personal constructs are also appearance, which are known. An amazing image of a beautiful God is also an experience, an appearance known, seen. But reality, God, source, self, whatever label you give it, I mean, it doesn't require labels, but whatever label you choose to refer to it as is not a form. It is not a thing. It is not a person. It is not an entity. It is not even our idea of the unknown, our image of intelligence or infinity. All of these things that we can conceptualize, conceive, believe are experiences, appearances, which are also seen, known by that which is, by that which you are already and always. Whether the mind gets this or doesn't get it, whether the mind is confused, happy, excited, whether the mind is depressed, whether the mind is anxious, whether the mind is miserable here right now, it just doesn't matter. Don't take that to be what you are. Don't take that to be the reality of what you are, the truth of what you are. The mind and its various shapes and masks is not self. Don't believe it. The mind, however it is being and whatever it is projecting right now, is also an experience appearing to you in your seeing. You are not that. So this is the essence of our practice. Rather than giving the stamp of reality, the stamp of self, to the experience that is currently appearing in your seeing. Notice, become aware of the very seeing itself. Be the self that is aware. You are already that in whose seeing the experience is appearing. So simply be yourself. There's no notion of how do I do this? What do I do? How can I stay here? Because that which says all of these things and wonders all of these things is also an experience appearing in your seeing. That's why I said that what we're going to talk about today is such a big shift in the way you see things, because when this happens, it's like, oh, what do I do? How do I do this? I'm confused. I don't get this. We start from the belief that I am that. I am the doubter. I am the confused one. I am the sufferer. And I'm trying to get to a better state or some spiritual, holy, higher self state. But that is not the fact of the matter. When we continue to identify with these mental positions, I don't get it. What do I do? How do I do this? We will keep going far away into, right? We will just continue to support an illusory sense of self, an illusory idea of self. Because notice all of these concerns about what to do, how to do it. I'm confused. I don't get it. What is the I that is at the heart of these things? You're talking about the person you currently believe yourself to be, but that is not the real self. If you begin to see even all of these doubts and fears and confusions as an experience that is appearing in your seeing, which is it's a fact. It's undoubtable. You cannot negate that. There's awareness of these doubts and fears and confusions. It's an unescapable fact of the matter, beyond doubt, because even the doubter would be an experience appearing in your awareness, without which it cannot exist. So it's time we stop giving reality to, we stop identifying with all of these notions that are arising in the mind on behalf of our imagined self, which is the person I believe myself to be. The person I believe myself to be is not even the direct experience of the person as it is appearing right now, or the body mind as it is appearing right now. The personal self, it exists in other ideas of past and future and story and what I've been through. The direct experience of the body mind is actually very simple. It's just sensations and thought and emotion. The personal self exists in an imagined world inside of those thoughts, which is vast and has many deeper, different layers. Good news is you don't have to do anything else about it. You don't have to do anything to break that down. Even the intention to break that down comes from the very ego that you're trying to break down. You just have to start to see its unreality. You just have to start to see that it is not the self. Because whenever it is arising as an experience that is appearing in your seeing. You are the self that is aware. You are not what you are aware of. You are not the experience that is appearing and changing. That is the essence of self-inquiry meditation. Thanks for watching. Before you go, I just wanted to let you know to join our Daily Teachings Club. It is a club where you will receive a simple teaching in your inbox every weekday to grow your spiritual practice. So you can join right here. I'll leave the link in the description box below. Also, make sure to download the Self-Inquiry Guide. The Self-Inquiry Guide has simple step-by-step instructions for deep self-inquiry practice. It's a really helpful guide. You can grab it down below. That's all for today. Thank you for watching.